सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः। ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः। देवाय तस्मै नमः। श्लोक नंबर 20। कामैस्तैस्तैहृतज्ञानाः प्रपद्यन्तेऽन्यदेवताः तं तं नियममास्थाय प्रकृत्या नियता स्वया यो यो यां यां तनुं भक्तः श्रद्धयार्चितुमिच्छति तस्य तस्याचलां श्रद्धां तामेव विदधाम्यहम्। So Bhagavan is, are you able to hear, all of you? Now you are able to hear? Yes. Now? Yeah, that was the problem. Bhagavan is talking about bhakti as the solution to the problem of samsara. And we saw that bhakti has got different meaning in different context. One simple meaning is reverential love for the Lord is bhakti. Another one is relating to Ishvara is bhakti. And this bhakti is divided, classified in various ways. One classification we saw, Chaturvida bhajante mam janas sukruti norjuna arto jignasu radharthi jnani cha bharatarsha. So 4 ways we can look upon the people who have devotion. Artaha, the people, the devotees who are remembering Bhagavan when they are in trouble. Shastra, we saw that example is Gajendra. Gajendra remembered Bhagavan when he was in trouble. Gajendra means that elephant. Then Artharthi, some people have got a desire for some material gain, and therefore, like Dhruva, he wanted the recognition from his parents. So he worshipped Bhagavan. Then Jignasu, like Uddhava. Uddhava is a Jignasu Bhakta. Jignasu Bhakta means devotee who is desirous of knowing Paramatma. And Jnani, like Shukadeva, Jnani Bhakta. So we have these four types of devotees, depending upon how they look upon Ishvara. Artha and Artharthi, they are looking upon Ishvara as the means for worldly gain, worldly achievement. So the world, specific situation in the world is the sadhyam, is the goal, and Ishvara is only the means. So Ishvara is sadhanam, the means, and the world is the end. That is why if they don't get what they want, then they stop having devotion for Bhagavan. They lose devotion. They wanted something, they wanted their son or daughter to get married, and didn't happen. So what happened? The Shraddha, Bhakti goes away, some people. So Swamiji, I don't feel like doing any puja now. Why? My son or my daughter did not get married. Nowadays it's a very big thing. The son daughter getting married is such a big issue. I didn't know that. So now only I am hearing this. So in olden days, if people used to have 2, 3 marriages. Now one marriage also is difficult. So it's an issue, and so it doesn't happen that people get angry. Why it happens? Because they look upon Bhagavan only as the means, like a pen. Pen is the means. If it doesn't work, we throw away, we discard it. So Bhagavan is like that. Computer or cell phone, like that. So when Bhagavan is looked upon as the means, then this division is there. They are Artha and Artha. Whereas Jignasu Bhakta looks upon Bhagavan as Sadhyam, goal. They don't want anything from God, Ishvara, they want Ishvara himself. In Shastra they give, the Acharyas, they give the story. They say, when one king went out some other place, and when he was coming back to his capital, then he sent a message through the messenger. He had about 5, 6 queens. So to all queens he sent the message that I have gone out, means I have gone to say Mysore. Mysore he has gone. And so what shall I bring from Mysore for you? So different people will say you bring sari, or somebody will say ornaments, some perfume or something. So different people say, different queens say different things. One queen said what? You bring yourself. I don't want anything from you, I want you. So when king came back, he sent all the gifts to different queens. And where did he go? He went to that queen who had asked for the king himself. So that queen was intelligent, So similarly, Jignasu Bhakta is like that queen. He said, Bhagavan, I don't want anything from you, I want you. And that is Jignasu Bhakta. He looks upon Bhagavan as Sadhyam. Sadhyam is the goal. And it is not an ordinary achievement to come to this stage where you look upon Bhagavan as the goal and nothing else is the goal. The world is the means to worship the Bhagavan. The role is reversed. Earlier the world was the goal, Bhagavan was the means. Now opposite. The world is the means and Bhagavan is the goal. That is, Bhagavan is like upgraded. Bhagavan was earlier having the stage of status of being the means. Now he has become the end. And the last one is, he is looking upon Bhagavan neither as the means nor as the end. He looks upon Bhagavan as himself. And that Bhakta is called Jnani Bhakta. The highest Bhakta, Bhagavan said, is the highest. Because his love is undivided love. The one who looks upon Bhagavan as sadhanam, his love is still is divided. He looks up, he has got love for sadhanam, Bhagavan he loves as a sadhana, he has love for sadhya and he has love for himself also. And Jignasu has got love for Ishvara as the sadhya and also a love for oneself. Still divided love. Whereas the wise person doesn't look upon Ishvara as the means nor at the end, he looks upon Bhagavan as himself, and therefore there is no division in his love. He loves Bhagavan completely. So that bhakta is called Jnani Bhakta. He said, I and Ishvara are only two manifestations of the same reality. Therefore, there is no fear of Ishvara. There is appreciation of oneness with Ishvara. That was one division of, one classification of bhakta or bhakti. Another classification which Bhagavan is giving here from the 20th shloka is Sakama Bhakti and Nishkama Bhakti. Sakama Bhakti means the devotion with some material benefit, with the desire for material benefit. And another is Nishkama Bhakti, devotion without any material desire. And if we connect with the earlier classification, we can say Artha and Artharthi, they are Sakama Bhaktaha, Jignasu and Jnani are Nishkama Bhakta. Nishkama Bhakta means what? The devotion without any material desire. Jignasu has a desire to know and attain Paramatma, but he doesn't have any material desire. Therefore, he is also called Nishkama Bhakta. Jnani, of course, is Nishkama Bhakta. And Artha and Artharthi are Sakama Bhakta. And Sakama Bhakta are presented by Bhagavan Sri Krishna as Anya Devata Bhakta. Is a what is called particular symbolic language. Worshipping other devatas means worshipping the Lord for finite purpose. They worship the finite gods for finite purpose. They are called Anya Devata Bhaktaha, Sakama Bhaktaha. And most of them are Sakama Bhakta. Most of the devotees, in the last class we saw, that Tirupati, if you visit, Tirupati is a good place to see how people are Sakama Bhakta. Nobody goes to Tirupati and says, Tirupati, I don't want anything, I want you and you alone. Then he said, why did you come here? You should go to Arshavidya Gurukulam. So, people, you ask them, interview them. They say, my son's marriage, daughter's marriage, visa, all this, So, most of them are Sakama Bhakta. But one good thing Bhagavan is going to tell, Sakama Bhakta also okay. At least worshipping. It is something like a father has got two sons. And one son is serving the father, but having the desire that finally father will give me the property. And other sons say, I don't want anything. And I don't want to serve you also. So compared to the second one, first is better. At least is serving with desire, but serving them. That fellow says, I don't want to see your face, father. Don't call me anything. So compared to that, this is better. Even though he has some desire, if there is another son who serves without any material desire, that is the best. But between these two, the second is best. The first one is better. So Bhagavan is talking about the Sakama Bhakta from the 20th shloka, and he said, Prapadyante Anya Devataha. These devotees who do not have this Viveka to see the benefit of worshipping the infinite Lord, and they worship the finite devatas, following different rules for worship. For worshipping different devatas, there are different rules and they follow it. Then what is Bhagavan's approach to them? Bhagavan said in 21st shloka, he says, whichever form a devotee wants to worship with Shraddha and even with some material desire, he said, Bhagavan said, I stabilize that Shraddha. I do not disturb the Shraddha of the person. This is one important thing. When we are studying Vedanta, we should not disturb the Shraddha of other people. You have understood that Bhagavan is Satchidananda Paramatma, Nirguna Brahma, Nirguna Nirakara Paramatma. You have understood. That is very good. But at home, if your spouse or your children or some neighbor, they are worshipping Krishna, they are worshipping Rama, Shiva or some form, don't disturb them. Even Bhagavan doesn't disturb. Bhagavan says that bhakti, sakama bhakti, is not going to be a waste. Sakama bhakti also will be rewarded in the form of desired result. Bhagavan said, I will grant the result. So two things are highlighted. That Sakama Bhakti also is not useless, and Sakama Bhakti result is given by Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan himself in the form of different devatas gives the result. So Bhagavan's approach to Sakama Bhakti is not that you are not worshipping infinite God, therefore driven out. That is not there. Bhagavan says, okay, you are Sakama Bhakti you are doing, I will give you the result what you are desiring through your worshipful activity. And I am going to give the result. Finally, I, Ishvara, am Karma Phala Data, the giver of the result. And then Bhagavan said, I stabilize the Shraddha. And Bhagavan highlighted the aspect of Shraddha in worshipping the Lord, any form of the Lord, Rama, Krishna, Shiva, especially when you are worshipping with this material desire, there vidhi, the proper procedure is important and Shraddha is important. While doing the ritual, if you say this is a waste, that is a useless thing, I don't know whether it is going to produce any result, then you will not get the result. So in the ritual they say three things are important. One is Shraddha, other is Vidhi, third is Dakshina. So any ritual you do, you should give Dakshina to the priest. Even when we want to do some small function, some puja, we are going to have some softener plant. So we have small puja. So we call pujari, but we give Dakshina. Because when you give Dakshina to the priest, then only that ritual or puja will be fruitful. If you are doing on your own, you don't have to give Dakshina to yourself. Don't do that. So, okay, I said one pocket to another pocket, you put Dakshina. That is not required. But when you are calling a priest, you should not say, oh, he is my neighbor only. I help him in Aadhaar card. So, I help him, therefore I need not give Dakshina. No. Even if he says, if you don't give Dakshina, also okay. Even if he is your friend and he says like this, for your sake, you should give Dakshina. Not for his sake. For your sake, you should give Dakshina. Any ritual, any puja, the Dakshina is very important. Second thing is Vidhi. Whatever method prescribed by the Shastra, you should use it. Shastra says you should offer this ghee. You should not say, why should I waste ghee? Ghee is 900 rupees, oil is 200 rupees. So after all, finally the fire only. No, whatever Shastra says, use. Shastra says that you have to offer this particular barley or the til, sesame. So you offer that. Follow the procedure given by the Shastra. It is called Vidhi. People nowadays they don't follow Vidhi and they want the result. You don't follow the procedure, then how can you get the result? So second thing is Vidhi and third is Shraddha. Shraddha in the action you are doing, the ritual you are doing, that also is important. Shraddha makes you qualified. And only those who are qualified, they do karma, they get the result. So Shraddha makes you qualified and therefore Shraddha is very, very important. In the last class we saw Shraddha with reference to Dvija, Tirtha, Mantra, all of them in Shraddha is their Guru. Guru is, if you have Shraddha, then Guru will work for you. Means Guru's teaching will help you. Otherwise, Gurus also he is taken for granted. Swamiji, I don't have anything to do, so 1 hour I listen to him. So time pass. इसको हिंदी में बोलता है time pass. So it is a time pass, then it will not help. I have Shraddha in the Shastra, Guru, then Guru's teaching will bless me. And therefore Shraddha was highlighted by Bhagavan. And Bhagavan said, with Shraddha, when a Sakama Bhakta, a devotee with material desire, when he worships me, I bless that person by stabilizing his Shraddha. And how do I stabilize his Shraddha? By granting the result he has asked for. If he has followed this Vidhi, he has done with Shraddha, and he has done Dakshina if required, then I stabilize his Shraddha by giving the result. That's what Bhagavan says in the next shloka. Sataya Shraddhaya Yuktaha Tasyaradhanamihate Labate cha tatah kaman Mayaiva vihitan hitan. Yes. So Bhagavan says, Taya Shraddhaya Yuktaha, being endowed with the Shraddha, Tasya, of Tasya or Tasya, both are there. Tasya, of that particular form, Aradhanam, or Tasya Radhanam. Radhanam also same meaning, worship. Ihate, he does. When a devotee does the worship of a particular form, like a Murugan form, or Shiva's form, Parvati's form, any form. There is no such thing that this form is superior or that form is superior. Whichever form is suitable to your temperament, your family background, you worship. But with Shraddha, then labate cha tatah kama. Then that devotee who had worshipped me with Shraddha, he attains these kaman. Kaman means objects, desired objects. And tan kaman, those desires which are indeed prescribed by me, maya vihitan. So whatever is prescribed by me, the Lord, as per the prescription, as per the law of karma, as per the order of karma, they attain the result. And Bhagavan says, I alone am granting them the result. So Sakama Bhakti will not go waste. Therefore, if somebody is worshipping the Lord with some material benefit, don't ridicule the person. If you are worshipping the Lord with Nishkama Bhakti, very good. Means you are worshipping the Lord without any material desire, very good. But if somebody is worshipping with Sakama Bhava, don't disturb them. Because what will happen if you disturb them? Then they will drop that Sakama Bhakti and Nishkama Bhakti will not come. So your intention may be to upgrade him from Sakama Bhakti to Nishkama Bhakti. But what actually will happen? You will downgrade him. From Sakama Bhakti, he will come to Abhakti. No Bhakti. Therefore, don't disturb the person. Bhagavan said, I also don't disturb. In fact, I stabilize the Shraddha and I give the result through that particular form. Means I will grant the desired objects and the devotee will feel what? My Murugan help me. My Ganesha help me. My Devi help me. So his Shraddha in Devi Ganesha will increase. And thus there is an auspicious cycle. What is the auspicious cycle? Person worships the Lord with Shraddha, then he gets the result, and because of the result his Shraddha is further increased. So he will do further worship. And thus person's Shraddha is stabilized and person becomes a greater and greater devotee even with material desire. And one day, because of the blessing of the Devi, Ganesha, whomsoever he is worshipping, because of the grace, one day this idea will come that let me worship Bhagwan for Bhagwan's sake. That will come. But before that, Bhagwan says that let this person with Sakama Buddhi also let him worship. It is something like children. You initiate them into this puja, etc. by tempting for what? Prasada. So really speaking, they are not interested firstly in the puja, etc. They are more interested in prasada. But still it is good. For prasada's sake also they are worshipping, they are doing puja very good. You should not say, no, you should not worship the Lord for prasadam. Today without prasadam also you worship. So one day perhaps they may oblige. But next time they ask, they come, they will ask, are you giving prasadam or not? Or last time like that, no prasadam. So it will not be sustained. Therefore, let them worship with this motivation of prasad. Bhagavan says, I stabilize the Shraddha. And Shraddha is generally stabilized when the worship is successful. Means worship is fruitful. I took a vow that, oh Tirupati, if my son gets married, daughter gets married, I will offer this, what is called Kalyanam, there is a puja is there, no? What is called Tirupati, there is a puja, that marriage they perform, no? Eh? Kalyana Utsava. Ha. It's very much booked, they say. For so many years it is booked. Swamiji, how do you know? People tell me this. Swamiji, it is booked for so many. Now they are making some other arrangement for that. Anyway, so you take a vow and then it is full. Very good. So then next time what? Not only you will do for your next daughter or next son, you others also will tell. That is how it spreads. If somebody took a vow and did not work, he will not tell so many people. So how to tell? So, but this it works, you tell. Therefore it spreads. And that for everybody it should work. Only thing sometimes Shraddha is not there. And when Shraddha is that, it works, so your Shraddha is further strengthened. So there is an auspicious circle. Puja, result, more Shraddha, more worship, more result. So there is auspicious circle, not vicious circle, auspicious circle. The puja, then this with Shraddha, then result comes, then further Shraddha, more Shraddha. So more puja. Last time one coconut, this time 5 coconuts. Why? Because one coconut worked. You asked for hike in the salary and you got one coconut. So now 5 coconuts. That's how it happens. And Bhagavan said it is okay. But there is one problem with this Sakama Bhakti. Sakama Bhakti gives this material benefit. Sakama Bhakti is, the result is coming from the Lord, but it has got some downside. It has got some minus point. That Bhagavan tells in the next shloka. Antavattu phalantesham तद्भवत्यल्पमेधसाम् देवान् देवयजो यान्ति मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि. So Bhagavan says they will get the result, but he said but tesham, for those Sakama Bhakta, phalam, the result is bhavati, is there. Antavat is very limited result. So for those people, result is there, but that result is very limited. Therefore, person asks for the promotion, he gets the promotion, but limited. And again he asks for something else, he has to ask. The son's marriage, daughter's marriage, son's job. So always, there is a demand. Whatever result one gets in Sakama Bhakti, is very limited. And Bhagavan uses one word for such people, those Sakama Bhakta. How are they? Alpa Medhasa. They have got less intelligence. Alpa. So Bhagavan uses appropriate word. Bhagavan doesn't say they are non-intelligent. They are less intelligent. Why less intelligent? Because some intelligence they have, therefore they are coming to Bhagavan. Coming to Bhagavan also requires some intelligence. Therefore, they are not totally non-intelligent. But at the same time, they are not very intelligent. If they are very intelligent, they would have come to infinite Ishvara, not asking for any material benefit. And they would have pursued this infinite Ishvara, which is otherwise called moksha. So they become satisfied with very small things and really not satisfied, but they are aiming at very small things. And therefore Bhagavan says Alpa Medhasa. They are not non-intelligent because they are coming to the Ishvara. At the same time, not very intelligent because they are not worshipping the Lord for moksha. Small benefit. And Bhagavan says the result they get is very, very little. And how it is little? That he explains. Devan Devayajaha Yanti. He said how the result they get is very limited. Devayajaha, those who are worshipping the finite devatas for finite purpose, they attain devatas. So maximum they can get is the loka, the worlds where these devatas are staying. And if further he does some upasana, some meditation, they can get the status of devatas. So you also can become Indra, you also can become Vayu Devata, you also can become Agni Devata. In fact, everybody of us must have become also. Because we are in the cycle of life and death since time beginningless. How many janmas we have taken? Millions and millions of janmas. Millions also is not a big figure, small figure. So you have become a mosquito also, monkey also, and devata also. It's nice to think. Like somebody said, "Sab dekh ke aaye hai." I have seen everything, done it. So similarly, the jivas, so they have done, and so jivas have attained the status of devatas. By worshipping, by meditating on devata, they become devata. But still, devata status is finite only, limited only. They have to vacate. After some time, the devata position is to be vacated. If you go to Swarga, then how long will you remain? As long as your punyam is. Which is Swami used to say nicely. He said it's something like you go on tourist visa, then what? You have to come back. Especially now America, you go immediately, you have to, one day extra means be in trouble. So you have to come back. But somebody says, Swamiji, sometimes our Indians, they do this. They marry a local lady. So you get spouse visa. Then you can become permanent citizen. So similarly, Swamiji, in heaven also, how about I marry Rambha Urvashi and get permanent citizen? So Swamiji said, they also temporary only. So by marrying them also, you are not going to get permanent. They also are temporary. Maybe a little less temporary than you. So even Rambha Urvashi, all of you know what is Rambha Urvashi. No, in South India, Rambha Urvashi. They are the Apsaras. So these Apsaras, they also are on temporary visa only. They also have to vacate that position. So these positions are assumed by different jivas. So you also must have become Rambha Urvashi once upon a time. Nice to think. अभी कोई मेरे सामने देखता नहीं है. Nobody looks at me, but once upon a time I was nice to think all this. Yeah. So we have done that and we have come back from that. Alright, so whatever position you get by worshipping the finite devatas, by doing the Sakama Bhakti, the result will be limited. And now Bhagavan contrasts with the Nishkama Bhakti, saying, Mad Bhaktaha Mamapi Yanti. Whereas my devotees attain me, here api can be taken as eva, mam eva, they attain me alone. And here, this some people, those who are Krishna consciousness, they will say, if you worship Krishna, you will attain Krishna. If you worship Shiva, you will attain very limited result. So therefore what? You worship Krishna only. For them, Krishna is more important than Rama. They say Shiva is a devotee of Krishna. Shiva is not real God, main God. Shiva is a devotee of Krishna. Rama also is one avatar of Krishna. Krishna is Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Their philosophy is Krishna is the main God. He is the real God. What we generally call Vishnu, that is what Krishna. In fact, they say Vishnu is also one form of Krishna. We generally say that Krishna is a form of Vishnu. There is the opposite. Krishna is the main Bhagavan, and Vishnu and all of them are that their manifestation. So they will say like this, that Mad Bhaktaha means Krishna Bhaktaha Mam Eva Yanti. They attain me alone. Therefore what? Worship Krishna. And generally we chant this Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. That's how we chant. They said, no, not correct. Hare Krishna first. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So much fanaticism is there. See, their worship, devotion is very good. I really respect them, I love them, respect them. But this fanaticism to particular form, so that is keeping them where they are. And so here, that idea is not there. I wanted to tell that Mad Bhaktaha does not mean the devotees of Krishna form. Here Mad Bhaktaha means the devotees of infinite Ishvara. Those who are not seeking any material gain from Ishvara, they are looking upon Ishvara as infinite and they want to attain infinite. So Bhagavan says, Mad Bhaktaha means Ananta Bhaktaha. The devotees of infinite attain infinite alone. They will not be stuck with the finite, they will attain infinite. And here one more meaning also is there, Mamapi. They attain me also. Means they will attain the material things also and they will attain me also. Double. So when you are worshipping Bhagavan, whatever is required for your sustenance of life, Bhagavan definitely provides. In 9th chapter, Bhagavan is going to say, Yogakshemam Bahamya, Ananyashchintayanto Mam, Ye Janah Paripasate, Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Bahamya. So that is the experience that if you are committed to Bhagavan and infinite Bhagavan, you will be taken care of. So you will attain whatever material things required and finally you will attain infinite Paramatma. Therefore, Mamapi has got that meaning also. They attain me also. Means they attain whatever limited things and plus me. But their focus is not on limited thing. Focus is on infinite Ishvara. So they attain infinite Ishvara. So worshipping is the same, but the result is different. So how you are looking upon Ishvara, for what purpose you are worshipping Ishvara, based on that you get limited result or limitless result. More we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnam Purnamudachyate Purnasya